Hi guys, welcome to the Des Moines Valley Railroad. Wanted to give you an update of what we've got going here, and it's been a while that I haven't had a chance to do any updates, but let me give you a look at what we've got going on the railroad. Okay, this is the staging yards for both ends of the line. In the near foreground, very near foreground, we have the Oskaloosa branch here. This is where it terminates, and there's 2 tracks there for that. And then the next 4 tracks would be Oskaloosa staging. The middle track is for locomotive transfers and the end of the Y here, so we can turn things around. The next 4 tracks are for Des Moines, the other end of the short line. And then these last 2 tracks are part of the Iowa Interstate interchange coming out of Monroe. It's a fictional interchange, and so we transfer cars to and from that railroad via Monroe. So anyway, moving along to along our line here, we get all staged up, and then the train, basically the engineer asks for a warrant for departure here at the overpass, and so when they get clearance, they proceed on through. We have a rock cut that it comes through here, and proceeds through the more hilly terrain of our layout. The tunnel here is basically for a return loop, so that we want to continuously run trains. We can do that via this tunnel here. But normally trains will come out of this cut and proceed over here to Evans Junction. They're proceeding in a westward direction here. This is Evans Junction. The track coming in here from the left would be the Oskaloosa branch. And, so this is where the Pella local, the Oski turn, would come from Pella and switch all the way out to Oskaloosa, and then come on back and cover the mine at Evans Junction and lighten the lumber company and back to Pella. So again, moving westward, we go from Evans Junction. This is the mine here at Evans Junction. Sees quite a few loads every week. So inbound empties and outbound coal. And moving along here, we come along the line a little bit more, and we've got Lighten Lumber. It's right here. This is we get flat beam car loads of lumber supplies and such. Also, as part of Lighten Lumber, we have a fence company here. That does fence posts and such. I gotta still put more details down for that. They receive the box cars for the fencing and things. There is a platform there for that. Proceeding on down the line here again, we have an abandoned track here on the far side that used to go to the grain elevator, but now it's hauled out by truck, so that there's no more there. Across Otley Street here, and the town of Lighten is along this part here. We've got the various businesses and that make up that town. Proceeding down the line, we pass Farmhouse. Across the rural road, we have a little schoolhouse here, a little single-room schoolhouse for the country. And we can move on down the line, seeing through the woods and plain area, cornfields. We got a cornfield out here, and we come to the Pella Yard, the beginnings of it. Right here is the engine facility that's used. Inside we have the Pella local / Otley turn that is used, the locomotive that's used for that, an old number 821. And so coming on down the line, we've got the Pella Yard starts here. Here we have a couple of cars that are from Pella Corp, the roll screen. They're ready to be shipped out. One's east and one goes west. We have different tracks for that. The close track is for the eastbound loads out, and the next track in is for the westbound. We have Central Gas and Supply for propane and stuff, and the Pella Feed Company next, and then the big old grain elevator, the Two Rivers Co-op. Got the logo there for that, and it sees quite a few empties in for to load with corn for different uses. We've got this would be the Team Track loading dock for LCL, for other companies that have carloads of stuff that comes in on the railroad. And we've got the cannery here, which in the process of renaming, it was Zion Cannery, but I think we're going to name it Marshall to reflect the real cannery that used to be in Pella here in the town. And then moving on down the line here, we've got a substation along with the coal-fired power company, which in real life is going to be dismantled this year. They're taking it down. So that's no more. But since this railroad reflects the 90s, it's well on its way and going and still in use. So crossing over Clark Street, kind of go past the power station here, and then there's the Pella Depot, which also is still in existence, even though it's not used as a depot anymore, and the tracks have long been torn up, but it still is there. So we're coming into the town of Pella. Here we go with the different businesses here. Pella Corp itself is over here, and it receives lumber for windows and doors, and also ships out finished goods. Crossing over Main Street, we have our intersection here of Franklin and Main, the main downtown of Pella. Come around here, tracks at this point kind of head to the other side. Pella, as I'd said in another video, reflects European flavor. Since a lot of the Dutch settlers came and founded the town, they brought a lot of their architecture with them. So coming out of Pella, we start to get back out into the rural areas again. Kind of heading toward Otley now, which is a little tiny town, kind of halfway between Monroe and Pella. They do have a co-op there, so we have reflected that here with the Farmers Co-op. Some grain bins. They also had a stockyard, which doesn't see too many cars anymore, since that business has gone mostly to tracks, but they still have the pens here on the railroad. And then the town itself is here. And a little activity going here and there. I'm going to add more details to that. Moving on down the line here, we got 163 kind of coming up to parallel the road. Our crossing here with our little antique barn, which is closed right now, but does open sometimes for business. And a little country store. It's halfway again between Pella and Otley and Monroe. And then we start our residential outlying community here of Monroe. Kind of moving on down the road, we got a firehouse. We get into the commercial areas with the restaurant and the hotels. And kind of a business strip here. Kentucky Fried Chicken and a corner gas station. And we cross over Highway 14 here, and the old station at Monroe, which sees a carload or two at the depot, and at the grain elevator. Actually, it's a old grain elevator has been abandoned, but we've got some grain bins that still haul out the corn, still collect the corn. Kind of getting now into the industrial area. This also is the crossover that begins to the Iowa Interstate interchange. So we kind of cross over there. We've got Jasper Foods, which they bring in material on the rail and food supplies. And we've got our Inland Cement Company, the cement, and Monroe Manufacturing. So we got three industries back there that see traffic. We also have our scrap yard here, various types of scrap. So it sees a gondola or two. And then we kind of finish off into the yard. So anyway, just thought I'd give you a brief overview and go from there. And thanks for watching.